Hey everybody, it's Big Ed here, and I am excited to announce my special guest star today, Joe Baals from Southern Pest Control, one of the utmost authorities here in South Jersey. Absolutely does a great job. Does a great job for my clients, and I can tell you that right now. So Joe, how you doing today?
Great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We're just having a couple. We're going to talk about a couple things. Have a couple questions for you. You know, this time of the year, especially with the heat and everything else, what can a homeowner really do, or what would they look for? What type of bugs and things like that are out there? Because you hear the cicadas and things like that, but what are things could people do to protect their home? And also, what are some of the things that you're seeing right now?
Well, so some of the things that we're dealing with right now are obviously bees, hornets, wasps, and of course ants inside. They're the home pest control issues going on this time of year. In the next few weeks, when it cools down, as we get into October, November, we're going to start to see the mice coming in. Mice and rodents. So what we recommend for everyone is to have a free inspection. Just have us call us up. We'll come out for no charge, do an assessment. There's no pressure, no contracts. We don't require anybody to sign ongoing contracts like some of the companies do for recurring revenue. Our focus is all service. So we do a free inspection, identify any issues, and if those issues are something that the homeowner wants to get rid of, then we can move forward.
Oh, that's great. So right now, I mean, what are some certain things that we talked about? I know you guys you can come out to get a free evaluation with you, and then you'll be able to tell them what's going on with their home. But any preventative maintenance, like what are some things that people can do to stop having any invasive bugs or things like that come into their home?
So on non-pest control measures that they could do on their own without using insecticides are to keep the lawn cut low, keep any debris stored away from their house, at least 15, 20 feet away from the house if that's possible. Try not to store firewood up next to your home. Try not to store excess trash or garbage next to your home. If you can locate your trash cans away from the house, that would be great. We just had an issue at my own house. My wife had new lights installed, LED lights, and they're attracting a lot of bugs at night when she leaves the lights on. So, we turn the lights off a little earlier. But any of those things, mostly, we recommend getting your house cleaned and power washed every year by a good power washing company.
Okay.
And keep most of the debris away from your house. Keep your gutters cleaned. All of those things would be good pest control measures that are not insecticide based.
So what does that do? What does power washing do for your house?
Well, you're cleaning off all the algae. You're cleaning off all the cobwebs, the nests, the spider webs, any nesting issues. Insects get behind the J channel of your siding, in your gutters. If your gutters are clogged, they'll build nests in the gutters. So all of that stuff are good home maintenance measures that will also affect keeping your pesticides and pests and other issues down. Keeping any of the gutters graded away from your house so you don't have excess buildup of moisture, which causes spring tails, silverfish, and a whole host of things. There's a whole lot of factors that cause pest control issues, and a lot of them the homeowner can do themselves.
Oh, wow, that's great. I mean, because I know the one thing they always tell everybody is to think with mosquitoes. The mosquitoes are this time of the year, a little bit earlier. A lot of times the larvae, if you leave like standing water, I know that that's one thing that people talk, get that away from your house. People might have an old planter or something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And there are a lot of plants that you could Google and look and talk to your local nurseries about that you can plant next to your home that will drive mosquitoes away.
Okay.
Natural remedies.
Like a citronella
Pardon?
Citronella kind of thing?
Yeah, different plants. Yes, citronella, peppermint, things like that. But there's a lot of natural things you can do to limit the use of insecticides, which we always think is a good idea.
Right. You know, in your field, and I know you deal with this a lot, especially when we talk. Some homes they might have termites.
Yep.
What are some short sale signs that people could look for when you're looking for, you know, any sort of termite damage, or what's a good way of getting that checked out?
So again, for the real estate transaction or the real estate industry,
Right.
our company will offer a free pre-inspection at the time of the listing, or anytime during the listing prior to a buyer being in the picture.
Wow.
We come in, we do an assessment, almost like when you pre-qualify a buyer for the home. We're going to pre-qualify the house so that when the seller goes into a transaction, they're not going to be hit with a large damage bill, or the shock of, hey, you have termites and now it's going to cost you to treat
Yeah.
it. If they can know that up front, they can get as many estimates as they want, call as many exterminators or contractors in to repair any damage that might exist. We think that's a great idea,
Yeah,
But
because I mean, they know what to expect. Sometimes
yeah,
it's that fear of the unknown.
yep,
And you know, the home inspection happens, and then all of a sudden now you have an exorbitant bill that you didn't know about. So by
right,
using your service, you come out, you check for those type of things, because it's not always like what you don't see, what you do see, excuse me, it's what you don't see. And
right.
those are the things you be looking for and checking for, and that's why it's so important to get that sort of service so that you even know what to expect.
That's right. We're looking for a wood destroying insect inspection. It's not just termites.
Yeah.
It's termites, carpenter ants, powder post beetles, wood borers, carpenter bees, um, old house borers. There's a lot of other insects that we're looking for the homeowner. So they have that detailed report before they go into a transaction. And we
Okay.
think it's a great idea. And so we provide that to the homeowners for no charge.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome.
Yep.
So, Joe, how can people get in contact with you?
Well, we're located. We have a couple locations in South Jersey. We have a 1-800 number, which is 1-800-888-BUG1, BUG1. That's the best way.
Okay.
Call our toll-free line, and we can dispatch it. Our target areas, we work in Center City, Philadelphia, all the way down to Atlantic City and all points south down to
Yeah.
Cape May. So that's our general target area. We will go above that. We've been up as far as Trenton. We've been out as far as Warminster in Pennsylvania, Chester County. I mean, we've been all over.
Yeah.
So
So pretty much the Delaware Valley area.
yes, yeah.
You guys have been around.
But that's our target area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this off a non-bug question. Who's going to win this weekend versus the Eagles versus the Patriots? Who do you got?
Well, I mean, the Eagles are going to win. You know that.
Yeah, of course.
There's no doubt.
You know,
I
so
mean,
here.
I can only root for the Eagles.
Yeah, yeah, because the biggest pest, I wish you could exterminate Dallas fans, but that's okay. I'm just kidding. That's just
Now we need all the fans we can get.
I know that was a little joke right there.
I hold out hope that they come.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Joe. What's the number once again is 1-800
1-800-888-BUG1.
1-800-888-BUG1. So
Yep.
believe me, if you have something bugging you, reach out to Joe. He'll be able to take care of you guys. Thank you so much for joining us today, and looking
Thank
forward
you,
to hearing from you soon. All the
Thanks for
information
having
will
us.
be down below, and thanks, Joe. All the
All right,
information will be down below. Okay,
All right.
thank you.